Good morning, everybody. It's a little after 8:30, 8:38, Tuesday morning, April 2nd, and Magnolia and I are running over crab pots in 44 feet of water. I didn't even see that one. Anyway, we're on the Chesapeake Bay, just below the mouth of the Potomac River. You can see on the chart. This next turn up here will take us right in front of the Potomac. It's a little choppy out here today, but not bad. I don't know whether you can tell, but visibility is limited to about a mile. It's misting rain and foggy. And so we got the radar fired up again. That's the second time I've used that because of fog on this trip. Actually, this will be the last day of our trip to what was supposed to have been the Bahamas, but ended up being Florida instead because of the insurance issues. Couldn't get a Bahamas rider added to my existing insurance policy. Spent the last 2 nights in really nice anchorage right off the Great Potomac River. It's Mill Creek off of Ingram Bay, and it's very protected in there from all directions, and we were the only boat there, and we got there Sunday. And Sunday evening, came up from Hampton Roads, and that was, I guess, about a 55 nautical mile run. And so we got there between 5 and 6 o'clock Sunday evening and anchored, and then spent the day yesterday doing projects, getting ready for Magnolia to go back into her slip. And I transferred 15 gallons of diesel fuel from the yellow jerry cans over here to the main fuel tank. I put the dinghy in the water and got the engine off of it. That's the new 8-horse Yamaha outboard that I bought on the way. These crab pots getting annoying here. "45 feet of water." Anyway, I used the motor hoist that is on the radar post for the first time yesterday. I would not have gotten that beast up there without it. So that was productive and educational. I had, as I said, I had not used it before. I used the got to watch out for these crab pots. I had the old, well, 2018 6-horse on the stern railing, so I had to get it off first and so it's just riding in the cockpit. I've got it tied down with the spinnaker winch. Hopefully it won't go anywhere. My buddy Derek has offered to take that off my hands. That will be good. After I got the 8-horse off the dinghy and on the stern rail, then I used the dinghy to go around the hull of the boat, and with on and off a hull cleaner to get the brown stain from, they call it the ICW mustache, but it was all the way around the boat, not just at the front. And so I sprayed that on, and it did a pretty good job of cleaning it up. So wanted to get that done while I had space to get the dinghy all the way around. Once it's in the slip, I would not have that. And then the final part of that project was to get the dinghy up on the foredeck. You can see the bottom of it's pretty dirty, so that'll need to be cleaned up once we get home. And I used the spinnaker halyard to lift that up on the port side, and ran the spinnaker line back through one of the turning blocks. I think I used the boom vang line, ran the spinnaker halyard, which is the black and white line hanging on the mast there. Ran it through that, through the stopper, around this winch, and across over here to the electric winch. And so that made what would have been a very difficult job relatively painless. And so we're pretty much all set to get Magnolia back in her slip now. 35 miles to go. We got underway about 20 after 7 this morning, and it's kind of chilly, and as I said, it's misting rain and foggy, and so I'm bundled up and but it's been a interesting trip, and the weather has not been the greatest all winter. They're calling it, saying it's because of the El Nino effect, but it's just been one blow after the next, and one cold front after the next, and you know, I got as far south as North Lake Worth and Palm Beach, Florida, and you know, I don't think I ever saw it get warmer than maybe the low 80s a couple of days, but for the most part it was in the 60s and 70s down there. So yeah, not very conducive to coming back with a nice tan. Anyway, enjoyed some of the anchorages. Some of them I didn't enjoy too much. I guess it beats spending the winter tied up to a dock in Maryland, although I may very well do that next winter. I don't know whether I have to time these trips out a little bit so that I forget how stressful and annoying some of it can be, especially when you're looking for a sheltered place to anchor in preparation for the next 40 and 50 knot blow, and there were just too many of those this year. But we'll be back at Solomon's probably between 2:30 and 3 o'clock this afternoon at current speed. I had toyed with the idea of putting the sails up, but the what wind there is pretty much on the nose as usual. It was directly on the nose a few minutes ago. And when we make this turn up here, it will veer back around and be on the nose. I had looked at AIS to see what we had coming down the bay, and the only thing I've seen that this is a tug with a tow, S. Martin Thorpe. And he's pretty much coming directly down. We will meet on our course once we make this turn up here. And Moonstruck. I think that's a 43 foot something. Doesn't say what type of boat. These still lost back there in the fog. Actually, the fog is getting worse instead of better here, I think. All right, well, I just wanted to take a short video and let you know that our trip is coming to an end, and so this will be it for a while. And I hope everyone had a good Easter and is enjoying spring so far. And if you enjoy these videos, hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, do that. I think I'm at 96 subscribers now, so it wouldn't take much to reach the magical 100 point. Anyway, that's all for now. Take care.